Welcome guys. You may be thinking regardless of the title. Another part of the Hamsterball challenge didn't finish last video? It did. I'm not going to go call overboard. Yeah, you saw the title. It's no longer a surprise. We'll be doing several categories, Hamsterball races. We have 5 tiering places. I hate generation. Basically Galar. But Hisui ain't saying night. That is extremely bad news. Hisui and Pokemon are coming to Scarlet and Violet. Well, I enjoyed Pokemon Wild last. Specifically, small and singles. Stop with this shit. Hombres. I just fall asleep, clear them. Without wasting any precious and useful time in the late one. That's your medals. Wait, these are upside down. I mean, yeah. Here we go. Delayed completion. Yeah, I completed them over time. You can consider that as a pseudo loss, but means I completed the race by the skin of my teeth, or dedicated my run in the end game. And when I fail that race, there's some races that I couldn't get to see in Congress. This 3 belongs here. Yeah, like that. And they're not hard. They're not hard at all. So as DC. Tower, yeah. It's not that hard. No. In fact, I can do this. There we go. This is the first race. This is the first race that gave me some form of challenge. Form of challenge. Up race. I got this game in 2006 or spring 2007. So there were no neon glass or impossible. They all in this. They'll right here. They'll go right here. Actually, my race gave me more trouble than expert race. Then odd. Right here. I remember losing a big chunk of my time because I got lost and I didn't know the finish line. Tube race isn't here. It just like odd race, but 2.5 times worse. You know the labyrinth part. That you had to figure out how to get to the other edge. RNG based. This is the race that has the most. This is the race that has the most RNG, and part of the RNG made me lose. And yeah, my own nemesis. Wobbly. I used to lose always at wobbly. The wobbly mechanics wasn't suitable for my age back then, so I didn't. So as a result, I didn't get to know Sky and Master Race. But now I replayed this game prior cheats in Thanksgiving 2019, I believe. Yeah, somewhere around then. And I had access to these 3 races. So yeah. If these three races will be included, it will change significantly. First off, not really that much. Now, up race. Comparing up race to 2007 or 2000 or 2006, I didn't struggle as much. I could consider it as Combreeze and get it replaced by Neon. But now it's the late compilation, and Tube race. It wasn't testing your medals, so as the wobbly race. The wobbly race kind of struggled still. And my new nemesis was Sky race. Yeah, I forgot about glass, but it should be placed after wobbly. So these are the final results of the Hamsterball and race progress thing. Now let's see the time trial thing. Can I place them back? I don't think so, but I'll try. Can I place them back outside the tier? Let's just reset. I mean, I think they'll reset the text and colors. Nothing happened. I can still move around freely. Presentation mode. What is this? Hold on. This website really makes my PC lag as fuck. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps lagging this website. Well, let's customize the tier and get on. Okay, this is based on getting the golden whistle. Now let's do this quick. Mm, these races are peeps, 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 busy. You know, a kind of a terrible, kind of a terrible pun of peace, quick and easy. Okay, so DC beginner warm up, tower, and intermediate has this category. You gotta remember something. Since 2019, I was aware of the glitches. Yeah, those Hamsterball skipping glitches. That made some frustrating races more quicker to finish. So if we're taking glitches into account, then wobbly and odd belongs in this category. And maybe you know what? Neon Cold beating this too. Yeah, that's how easy. That's how easy it. That's how easy it turned prior glitches. That's how easy it turned prior glitches. Now let's see. Now let's see the rest of the races. Moderately easy. These two. Yeah, that's it. Challenging. I will consider these two. Hold on. Actually, last race made me struggle a bit more than extra race. Hard, master race, and an impossible fun. Very fitting. This is the only race that I struggled the most. To the next category. Now, what am I doing? Now it's time for the arenas. Do they have arenas though? Okay, it's literally the same thing. I don't like the previous one. This actually it actually uses the racist icon. These not so much. I'm looking at you, Uprise. Literally the same thing. Okay, pretend these are arenas. Because I couldn't find the arenas things. Now things changes for warm up. It considerably goes to challenging. These are okay. I'm going to put on screen that you have to pretend that these are arenas, so nobody goes and make fun of me. Warm up is not so much of a joke anymore. This arena format potentially can be quite the challenge. The lack of hazards makes you to have to knock down the opponents on your own, on your own, on your own. If you fail to try to form a technique plan during the arena span time span, you're probably gonna get out with a embarrassing loss. The challenge was have use the roulette. Must use the maximum of 3 computers, and there's no way to cheat. There's no way to cheat around it. And it has to be 3 and only 3 pieces. 3 pieces. Less than that is basically an easy move. But if I had to do a 1v1 challenge, which significantly scales up the difficulty, yeah, that will be a good challenge. Now beginner. Yep, you saw it. It's a run killer. You can probably dance around it, but that's pretty much it. It's not guaranteed to earn you the win. These bumpers, especially the 8-ball, really wrecks you up. The most reliable strategy is to go around the arena far enough from the 8-ball and bumpers. But failing to consider the computer hamsters, one mistake or two, you are gone. Now intermediate race is moderately easy. Yeah, the snap traps makes it far easier. You gotta be careful. Don't go too near, or the computers will take advantage of it. I already witnessed that in the challenge phase. If you wisely go near to the snap traps, packing the least amount of snapped incidents, then you can assure high scores than ever thought. I reached to 70 points. Yeah, that's how exploitable it is. Now DC. Yep, this is quite hard. It barely has any save points. Yeah, it has 5, but they're not thick poles. Thick poles. It's just uh, some upper ground or something. The dissing centre, yeah, quite hard to maneuver, since computers takes advantage of it to knock down opposing hamsters. But once mastering DC, it just gets so challenging, which remains to this day. Tower is a joke. That's the only thing you gonna understand. Literally. The second run killer of Arena. The computers in that arena are nasty. They really bully you off to the unsafe bottom to later finish you off. But unlike beginner, there's a semi-reliable way to exploit the computer's misdemeanor. You can move around in the safe upper zone. It won't work always. There have been incidents that you get pushed down and down to the bottom anyways. But most of the part, if you calculate it well, it's going to work out. So that's why it ain't after beginner. Because unlike beginner, you can actually find a more reliable strategy in this scenario. But just that are so tiny that it doesn't even matter. Yeah, basically getting the lottery. That's all you're gonna know. In the 8 ball adds a little bit of obnoxiousness. Yep, probably you got hooked on that one. Yeah, expert is not hard. It's by far one of the easiest. You got around, you apply force when you're under the fan, cycling ball, and wait for the opponents to drop you off the wind. It's not hard to get around the wind. You just gotta go hard on the analog stick, like really firm. That's how you beat it. Not first. Yep, another challenging arena. And it's basically warm up but bigger. That's it. Now Tube Arena. It's all based in RNG, like Race Cousin. What you want to achieve is to respawn in the middle. You know, it's totally RNG based. You can probably drop yourself off the arena several times and you don't get to respawn in the middle. And it can go on until the end of the brawl. Yeah, a humiliating loss. But if you manage to do so, stay there. And don't move under any circumstances. Or you may gonna regret it. Or you can do the beginner style. Just go around and try to avoid the malicious computers. There's no 8 ball in this one, so it explains a lot it ain't in this category. Up next is Glass Race, and let me tell you, it's slow and kind of potentially annoying, but once you get the head start, it's intensely hard to lose. Well, if you're good at it. Now Sky Arena. It's hard in its own right. Basically the RNG racing poker chips. Yeah, that's what makes it hard and easy in different arena settings. Like you can be all trained and ready to wall up some races and complete your rolling decks or whatever. But the RNG, yeah, it can be your friend and your enemy. I had a few losses. I had a few losses in 2020. Yeah, quite deserving of the heart. And Master Arena, challenging probably. But then I realized it can be yeah. It ain't as hard as I used. It ain't as hard as I used to do. Yeah, it's exactly the opposite.